Hey everyone, Lilith here with Triple Waterways. Just some musings from the mundane to the magical. I just finally finished my paper. For those of you who are new to watching and listening, I'm a PhD student at Saybrook University, and I'm working on my doctorate in transformative social change. And so I had a paper due this week, and so I've been a little bit off the grid, if you will, because I needed to focus. So just yet another thing that I do, just keeping myself out of trouble, Really interesting, though, when we start correlating what goes on in our macro society and how that trickles down to our micro selves, our inner community, our inner family, how that affects us. It's disheartening, it's interesting, it's terrifying. It's a combination of things. So for me, I was researching on publishing houses because this is something that's going to be eventually rolling into possibly a dissertation. Excuse the yelling in the background. Sometimes my neighborhood has people running around. And so we look at Penguin Random House, right? That is the largest publishing house in America for children's literature. So I was checking it out, and they're now owned by a German company that actually used to publish millions of leaflets during the Nazi regime. So looking at that and seeing that, well, okay, Penguin Random House is really working hard to, promote social impact and social change, but if their parent company used to be Nazis who are falsified documents and they apologized, but there's no real change in their company, they're still laughing to the bank. So it was just really interesting writing this paper and learning more about the monies, the finances, the power. The big five publishing houses own 80% of the market in the globe, around the world. So something to think about if anyone's interested. And if you want me to chatter on about that at another time, I'm more than happy to do that. But what I really wanted to do is come on and do a collective reading for everybody because it's been a minute and I felt inclined that, maybe a reading for all of us for the week could be good for whoever this touches and for whoever this resonates for. I hope it helps. So what do we need to learn for this week for the collective? And as always, I'm chucking cards all over the place. I think it's just the way I shuffle. I shuffle kind of rough. Interesting. So, folks, we have some stuff happening this week. A warning did come up, but there are good stuff that's coming out of it. Wow, there's a whole lot of different things happening right now. Okay, so first of all, for those who need this, the Five of Swords came up, which I always look at as a warning. So be aware of your surroundings this week. Be around of who is in your surroundings this week. Do you have friends that you've been having inklings that maybe what they're doing, maybe their friendship isn't as true as you would like it to be? Or you have dealings with people that may come up a little bit on the shady side. So the Five of Swords is always a warning of some kind of deceit. So just be careful. And with that, there's going to be the Nine of Cups. So for some of you, everything's going to be fine. It's really two ends of the spectrum, this reading. It's really interesting. So some of you guys are going to have to watch out And those of you who know, and others of you are like, this is a whole lot of feelings and a whole lot of options are going to be open to you, and that's great. So there's going to be some partnerships with some of these options. Sorry, I've got cards sticking in my elbow here. So do this work in partnership with what opportunities is coming up. There's going to be some restructuring, so you might want to kind of go in a little bit and think about some of these structures as these opportunities arise and as you're forming these partnerships. So new things are coming, even though something else may be falling apart, which is fine. You need to break it all the way down sometimes. You have to have the tower. You have to have that drop it all falls apart so that you can restructure. The tower sometimes comes across as a scary card, and it doesn't have to be super dramatic, but it is a restructuring. So take a look at, do an evaluation this week of what's happening in your life and what opportunities there are and who you're partnering with, and, take some of that time to yourself. And it's interesting with this card coming up, I made some tea for myself earlier because I drink burdock tea. It's one of the herbs that I take because it helps prevent cancer. And since I am a cancer survivor, I don't want it again. So I drink burdock tea, and the little tea bag came up with meditation is medicine. So that's a great message that goes with the hermit. Meditation is medicine. Maybe spend some time with yourself. Spend some time meditating. Spend some time thinking about what you need, what clarity needs to happen, and as always, evaluating what's around you. Don't get too despondent. Don't let it overtake you, because everything's going to be all right. 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is here to remind us that we have family, we are divinely protected, we are secure, we have everything that we need. And remember, you're who you are. Remember who you are. That's going to be a real important thing. Stay grounded this week, folks. So I hope this helps. I'm hitting the road, so I will have more readings for you coming in from Mexico. And I hope everyone gets some rest this evening. And I know for many of you, you have a busy week coming up, and I'm sending you a lot of love, and thank you for tuning in. I will be talking to you soon.